When Maiden works her shuttle, she has one hand above her head and she's shuttling, meaning she's working on her weaving loom and she's moving her shuttlecock, not opening the shutters of the window, okay? So, remember I said out on an L, left hand goes on the bottom, then turn your hips and waist, the hand goes for the ride. So if we can just understand what I'm trying to teach you now, out on an L, left hand on the top, turn the hips and waist, she shuttles on the left. Extend the knee, hold your ball. Out on an L, spin, shuttle, right. Sit back, lower, pivot out, hold your ball. Left foot, left hand, up, turn, shuttle right. That's all I want you to learn. So what did I emphasize? I emphasized that the hand that comes up doesn't stay here, but comes above here, right? And the palm is out. But the other hand that pushes out only gets there when I turn my hips and waist. I do not, wait, what am I doing? I do not move my hand there. I turn my hips and waist, it gets there, right? Did you see that? Do you need to see it again? If I'm holding my ball here, left foot ready to go, left hand, bottom hand advances, take an L, turn the hand up here, turn my waist. When I turn my waist, I could be here, but my hand swings all the way out because I'm using the power of my hips and waist to bring it out. Okay? So that one needs practice, okay? And you can practice right now, then take it home and see if you can use a mirror and see whether your hands do go for the ride. All right? We're facing the, what are we facing? Golden cockerel stands on its right, facing that corner door there, okay? Extend the knee, hold your ball. Out with your heel, spin, right hand on the top, turn your hips and waist, Maiden on her left, right. Sit back, sit down, slightly pivot out, hold your ball. Out on an L, spin the ball, left hand on the forehead or above the head, Maiden on her left. Okay, so let's try it this way now, okay? Because this is the way we can see what's going on. Facing the parking lot, angle to the door, golden cockerel stands on its right. Extend the knee, hold your ball. Out with your heel, spin, top, turn hips and waist, Maiden on her right. Sit back, lower, slightly pivot out, hold your ball. Out with your heel on an L, turn, rotate the ball, left hand on the forehead, spin above the head, Maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down. I guess we can't do that, okay? One more time. Up on your golden cockerel on its right. Extend the knee, hold your ball. Out with your right heel, spin the ball above your head, turn the hips and waist, shuttle right. Sit back, slightly pivot out, hold your ball. Out with your heel, turn your ball or spin the ball above your head, turn hips and waist, Maiden on her left. Half step to the back. Across your hips and waist, set up the top hand, needle to the bottom of the C. One hand, join it by the second, bend your foot, heel out, touch, flash your arms like a fan. Let's practice turn deflect. Sit back, lower, pivot, fist, Hand down, hand up on the toe. Spin out with a deflect. Bring it in with a parry. And a punch. And a touch. And a roll back. Flash arms like a fan right where you are. Flash arms like a fan. Sit back, lower. Pivot. One fist up, down and up on your toe. Spin out with a deflect. And a parry. And a punch. And a touch. Roll back, lower. Spiral up and forward. Getting ready for another flash arms like a fan. Sit back, lower, pivot, fist, hand up, hand down on the toe, spin out on a deflect, then in with a parry, and then a punch, and a strip, and a roll back, and a spiral forward. One more time. Flash arms. Sit back, lower, pivot, fist up, hand down on the toe, deflect to the right, and parry and punch. Touch, open your fingers, roll back, sit down. Spiral up, power forward. Sit down, sit back. Pivot, open pivot, in pivot. Get that cross, but show me your palms as you rise up. Chest level, bring it in, push out. Separate, drop your shoulders, elbows, wrists, flex your knees. As you now close your phone. Okay, so you're gonna have to study the playback on the videos to get that angle that you need, okay? You're gonna have to remember that you're constantly shifting your weight, and you then constantly recall to yourself and ask yourself, are your hands going for the ride, okay? If for any reason you say, hey, my hands are not going for the ride, I'm pushing my hand there, I'm using my force instead of the mind, then go back and understand and see whether what you're hearing and what you're seeing match what you're doing, and constantly go back and forth like that. It's not easy, okay? And even for me, I know that I still have improvement to do, but I'm giving you what I have now, okay? So if you can work with me, I think that would be easier in the long run.